Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scribes of Men. Welcome to Scribes and Men. We are back to our volume readings of going from 21 to 30, which is basically going from hitting up to 3,000 poems altogether. So, yeah, let's just jump into it. And, of course, this is all part of my challenge of hitting 10,000 poems by November of this year. There's a reason why I call myself the Mad Poet. Let's continue. The calm flowing streams like ephemeral cloudy dreams, moving by in peaceful bliss where nothing has gone amiss. The calm of the moonlit glow, like the peace a crane does know, across the cool water streams, harmony within its flow. Meditation of the body and mind, and prayers to the divine, to talk to Jesus there beside you, to teach and to guide you. Along the forest path in the coolness of night, to the sound of animals all hidden from sight, as you embrace the peace of terror within, in places you walked, and once again begin. Soothing breath like a blanket on the soul that keeps you warm and whole, to ease you of your woes and strife from the struggles experienced from life. Guided in ways we can never truly know, unable to listen to what's invisible to show, yet there is faith that comes with the heart that is never subconsciously apart. What witness of the air and all that it sees, from tales of the birds to tales of the bees, stories across nature humans will never know, in isolated places humans have yet to show. The falling of the winter snow, moving wherever the frost may go, as some people cry and cheer for a season they love so dear. Along the streets people walk, towards festivals they flock, as music fills in the night air and markets set up with care. They watch lanterns fill the sky where well wishes go to lie, as fireworks now light the night for the New Year's show and sight. Memories moving across the land where people live and stand, before turning into ruins from time's flow, as ghost towns or ancient sites go. Along the path gone unseen, where the myths live between, as people go by unaware of all things hidden remaining there. All things spilled with blood and ink of those who would feel and think, embracing all they come to see, that comes to set their heart free. Why do we listen to the fool's delusion, combined together by a snake's illusion, all for a chasm to go and divide, forcing all to go and pick a side? What is your pleasure that you treat as a treasure, where you hold on like an obsession that left you with such an impression? I fell into the raging waves of the ocean, as waters claimed all like it was their devotion, to be gone and never to find, before it claims another soul in kind. The path of the greatest poets who ever lived, yet can any go will be better than God. Echoes between the fog and mist, where the dew and dawn came and kissed, all for a moment of romance within, as the veil of sight is shrouded and thin. Trace of a hand from a master who knows the moment to go slow or faster, in all they do and create, so that it may fall within the correct state. Laughter of a child's joy, running around with their toy, imagining things we cannot know, for the sense of entertainment it comes to show. Everyone needs a moment of rest for all the things they invest before it affects the body and mind, and sickness seeps in kind. We saw the storms in curious places that left its mark with devastated traces of the power it came and displayed as people hid and prayed. Can we ever know what comes to taunt from things unseen that comes to haunt, and in places we thought were pure and free from the supernatural we cannot see? Will you give up when the moments are rough, when you're tired and you've had enough? Or will you pick yourself off up the ground and continue forward for another round? Moments of bliss in areas we long to feel, to embrace the pleasure never thought to be real, while kept safe and sound, feeling as though we're heaven bound. Sometimes it's a game of speed, and that's alright, to get all things done with all your might. Yet there's always a time for everything, like a season of winter into the season of spring. I sharpen myself with the pages I read, cut by the corner of the poets who bleed, yet with their blood and ink will flow, and throughout history their work will show. Knowledge of one you cannot see, keeping themselves calm and carefree, kept safe within the places unseen, knowing what could have been. The calm, clear waters down below, where divers explore and go, learning all they can find before coming to show others in kind. The gentle waves of the ocean's clear blue waters blow, as the sun reflects off the surface where most sea life won't go. Such are the ways of my mind where others refuse to know. All things eventually fade away from the dawn of time to the end of days. What will you do with the time that is left before it moves on like an unseen theft? Before it moves on by like an unseen theft. The streets hold tears of the sky, a source of life for many who go by. For blood in the system, how it may flow, a cycle of life, as everybody will know. Living on the edge, watching how I fall, they say it's not safe, but is that your call? Before I fall into the waters below and explore all the coves where I may go. You think darkness can snuff out the light, to blot out all life without insight, but is that the tale you tell yourself when you're struggling with sickness and health? The cravings of hunger to a starving mind, seeking all the flood... Oh, not seeking all the flood, no. The cravings of hunger to a starving mind, seeking all the food and the knowledge they can find, while others live within their hoard, lazing around, uninspired and bored. Although if you're rich and you're wealthy and you're bored and you don't know what to do with your money and you happen to come across these videos, sponsor me. Myths of the Forgotten Island, where giants would roam and stand in places beyond reality and in the place our dreams go to be. Sorry, hold on. Myths of the Forgotten Island, where giants would roam and stand in a place beyond reality, into the place our dreams go to be. Okay. Lay me down beside peaceful streams, along gilded paths of gilded dreams. Let my mind like the water flow, so that when I wake, I know not where I go. Of all that has been written with parchment and quill, from the most resplendent of plays to a lord's will, orders from chaos so that we may build and know the structure of where all things may and should go. Breath of a moment in the presence of the calm, like adulations presented into a psalm, as we go to embrace our inner peace where worries come and then cease. The sound of all we hear from places far and near, with the tools that we now hold, magic to the past as if they were ever told. Going on forward to the unknown for adventure to make our own, in places others have come and gone, and witnessed the rise of a beautiful dawn. Floating in space among the celestial, stars like that of the sidereal, constellations that permeate space, echoing into the minds of the ethereal. Gone a moment too soon before a wake-up call, during a time when you did not fail or fall. Time erased, now starting again, setting out to create a new way and plan. If we changed the past, would we ever learn what brought us to this place in turn? Regrets we made that we wish to fix, while allowing us to drown in pots of guilt? Hold on. If we changed the past, would we ever learn what brought what brought us to this place and turn. Regrets we made that we wish to fix while allowing us to drown in a pot of guilt. Allowing us to draw into a pot of guilt. To mix. There we go. Sometimes I wish I was a nightingale, bleak eyes, far too clever, over hill, over dale, through the valley and vale. Ah, look at all the lonely people. I'll send a storm to capture your heart and bring you home. They called me crazy, and they're right, a collection of trials and mistakes. Mystic creature, come tell me what you know. I'm in the business of the humankind. You're in too deep to go back again, and if you're lucky, I'll be your best mistake. Friend, will you feed me to your void? We're taking over the world one kiss at a time. Love's a game, I played the fool. And when you look at me, I believe I can see, 'cause I'm crazy in just too many ways. Bow down to the kings and queens you meet, up upon their throne and seat, all for the effort of a valiant knight, displayed in his loyalty and might. I'm not insane, but I'll let you have it, for I'm no hare or even rabbit, jumping down a hole, claiming to be late, when the tea party is always my mind state. It all comes together when least expected, when the lights are off and nothing is detected, a mystery that comes to abound as you wonder what happened when no one's around. There are fears that have grown when I became older, things that were minor that now have become bolder. And in this I must go and confide of how much I try and take it all in stride. Existentialism is a constant bedfellow, sometimes remaining calm and mellow, before reminding me it's still there, watching to see how I'll react and fare. Bedfellow Yeah, I should have been that. Down a system none can see, 2 childhood days young and free. When nostalgia became a powerful drug, down in the holes we went and dug. Into the presence of the young and bold, the tales that we told of time and gold, laughing through the system we created, through a time we were so elated. With every moment we create that brings an emotional state, will we enjoy our time to regret, the times we eventually forget. The time of aging, like the passing of seasons, with their highs and lows, making peace with the moment, holding all in enjoyment so our souls can rest in peace. There are many ways of the brave and the bold, of epic stories many have come and sold, from wars to grand adventurers alike, and those on a stage with presence and a mic. Sometimes there is sorrow behind a smile of those who have walked their treacherous mile, yet they will never let it fully show. They are to not affect those who need not know. Along winter streets, where frost fills the frozen air, flowers start to bloom. Forget hubris, keep yourself humble, pick yourself up when you stumble. No matter your place, stand up and keep going, plant those seeds and continue growing. The falling rain is a beautiful thing, up for the renewal of life it comes to bring, though sometimes it comes with stormy skies, like the land it has come to baptize. Every hour I keep on going towards the path I keep sowing, to someday come and reap the harvest of all that I've gone and done best. All the struggles through life and time, whether old or in our prime, there are many things that we try to achieve towards the future we believe. Will he apologize for all he's done? The man on a horse, the outlaw with a gun, an exile going from town to town as the others try and run him down. Oh, how the women and children cry when their fathers and husbands die. They cry for justice, yet where is it now? For a life to take, as they would vow. The hawk circles the hidden snake as finality comes to him eventually in its wake. Will peace ever come where the people are, or will the land be haunted by a permanent scar? We know that it hurts within the scars of the heart when people who love are forever ripped apart, never again, never to be seen, now wandering forever, alone in places mean. We dance in the woods around a bonfire, or under the midnight glow in its pale desire, reveling around in a maddened state, never questioning time or morning or our morning fate. Dollar for the boatman placed across the eye, to cross the river Styx when you die. Towards places could one go and dwell, whether Elysium or an eternal personal hell. Game of life tossed by the roll of dice, all for the sake of revelry and rice, feeding into your sin and desire, never questioning the path towards the fire. Names into legends of whom we will forget, from the tales of those who have nothing, who have done nothing yet, and perhaps that's a state they wish to be, forgotten by the passing of history. Had I started sooner, would I be more alive, into places I long to be and thrive? Was I the hare or the tortoise in this tale, as I question whether I will win or fail? There will be 100 volumes and 101, and even then I still won't be finished across this poetic run. Edited later, I'll leave that to those better than I, while I aim to harness. Let's try that again. There will be 100 volumes and then 101, and even then I still won't be finished across this poetic run. Edited later, I'll leave that to those better than I, while I aim to harness the stars right down from the sky. Unsure of dreams, then watch the path I'll go, in all the pages I write and show. For there are many things one can do, as long as they're given a path and clue. There are matters of shame I sometimes fight, that comes on haunting me within my mind. With every look in mirrors on sight, there are matters of shame I sometimes fight, questioning it's fine or a blight. I understand others' struggles in kind. There are many a shame I sometimes fight, that comes on haunting me within my mind. Call me the king of my castle, locked in my room away from the hassle, in an introvert's mind way from others to see, she seeking the solace to finally be free. Every moment we go and build with traces of life that come and be Every moment we go and build with traces of life that's come and filled. A home made for you and for me to relax in comfort and finally be. Moments in the fog and a kiss on my soul, claimed by the hands who made me their goal. And although I cannot currently see how I wish for someone like that to come for me. Laying there bloodied and bruised, all beaten and used, perhaps I should have known the values of people that have come and shown. Every story eventually has its end, with the feelings of catharsis it comes to send, yet there will eventually come a time when eternity comes and we're in our divine prime. In your folly you claim to know the paths to take you long to show, only to end up making everyone lost, but for you that was all part of the cost. Along the place where we once met, where we laughed together and made a bet, for a life that would never come true, a joke between strangers of me and you. Who are they to say what can't be done, like you aim to harness the sun? Let not their ignorance get in your way, and continue on going every day. Like a dog with the food, it will beg and stare, waiting for you to place it down when you care. Sometimes wishing that we too were but a pet, instead of the life where you've been set. We fell short all for a single lie, never going forward no matter how we try, and so we cry for help up above, for grace and mercy to come down with God's love. Struck into the wall, a fly in the hall, annoying to make our annoying to men. Okay, stuck to the wall like a fly in the hall, annoying to many in our sight and call. Yet there are settings in which others play, while you're trapped in the place you continue to stay. Light the fire with my hand and eye to go on faster and faster when I try, and reach the places that must be done, so I can relax and finally say I've won. We needed healing, but no one could see. As long as we bleed in places we fall and be. We cried, but others cried louder by the sounds of war and gunpowder. Gunpowder, yep. Dance of an illusion you cannot see. The place of happiness we long to be. So we withdraw right into our mind, making sure to keep others blind. A moment of salsa to tango, a dance of desire to ignite my heart and set it on fire. So a moment of salsa to tango, a dance of desire to ignite my heart and set it on fire. From a cardiac arrest when I feared it was dead, until you came and reignited it instead. Sleep comes to claim my head, guiding me to rest now in my bed. For tomorrow is another day where I can perform and play. Joy of the moment into elation from all that we make in our creation. Then in our excitement for others to see, we go and show in our inner glee. Sometimes we answer, others saying we're fine, refusing to truly answer as we decline. To tell what's truly going on with our mind, intentionally keeping them unaware and blind. We stand on the other side with our arms stretched wide, wondering why others have not come onto this side, waiting patiently for them to all come on down and achieve that which will make us all renown. How much has someone written? Does it even matter? When I go around sometimes acting madder than a hatter. Everyone has their own path they go and take, as long as those paths they do not stop and forsake. What is it that you find appalling, that you now find yourself stalling? Grip it by the neck and throw it out, those nightmares that cause you to scream and shout. When time is a constraint and all is rather faint, there are things you will not see until a better time comes to be. Acts of my own that lay on the ground, sprawled out pages thrown all around. Of all that I perform and write, will there ever be a cleanup on sight? With a piece of time, all things we set to do, when dreams float on in. Thief of time from the work we claim, oh thief of ours. Thief of time from the work we claim, no business of ours, but business the same. Claiming there's nothing more to go and do, while knowing that may not be entirely true, or that may not entirely be true. From small steps to the tall, as we go and give it our all, when motivation comes from the outside, from a person who asked for you to guide. The only one to forgive myself for the sake of my own health, in the state of my sanity, to save my own humanity. To show the things that I can do, even though I'm alone with no crew, with all the things I set aside for my obsession, as I continue to display my expression. Words of the wise like that of a sage, written down into book of wisdom of every age, yet none of them will I go and follow, to allow my brain to consume and swallow. Does it matter if things are messy? This is no interview with Nessie, though I may feel like I am as much of a hidden myth with every word I write and smith. With that being said, that is going to be the end of volume 29, and then the next volume is going to be 30, and then nothing for the long forms until the next 1,000 poems, though I will do a recap of going from 2000 to 3000. So from volume 20 to volume 30, what that was like. But until then, volume 30 is the last one, and it's 100 Sijos. Until then.